Thank you for visiting Eclipse Films. My name is Toussaint, and I'm the writer and one of the producers for this film, The Least of Us. This project has been in the works for about 3 years, and it has been one of the most rewarding projects I've ever done in my life. Just to share with you a little bit about who I am. I'm a first-generation Haitian American, proudly born and raised in East Orange, New Jersey, but currently I call Denver, Colorado my home. I became interested in doing this project about 5 years ago when the earthquake back in January 12, 2010 virtually destroyed Port-au-Prince. During the early hours after the earthquake, there was like an endless loop of not so much incorrect information, but skewed information about Haiti. We heard pundits and analysts talk ad nauseum about how poor the nation is and how corrupt the government is and how disease-infested Haiti is. You know, what I found most disturbing, however, was the apparent lack of context in their narrative. You know, I'm not going to dispute the poverty. It's true. Haiti is suffering seriously with poverty. About 78% of the people at last count live below the poverty line. The country has historically attracted the most corrupt people to run that nation. And unfortunately, due to the lack of infrastructure, preventable and treatable diseases tend to thrive and cripple the nation. And then we have the earthquake. In the course of a few moments, the capital laid in ruins and upwards of 300,000 people lost their lives. You know, it's interesting when you think about it. About a little over a month after the earthquake in Haiti, Chile experienced an earthquake almost of the same magnitude. And a little over 500 people lost their lives in that earthquake. So the question becomes, you know, how can two relatively poor countries get struck by an earthquake of almost the same magnitude, but the difference in terms of casualties is so enormous? That, in essence, is what this film is about. We are going to investigate the geopolitics involved in Haiti. And unlike the corporate media, we're going to put in context the entire story. My partner, Quentin, and I began filming last summer. We witnessed firsthand the lack of sustainable infrastructure. We interviewed survivors of the quake and the cholera outbreak. We talked to renowned historians about the historical significance in Haiti's situation. It is by far the most fascinating, intriguing, and heartbreaking story seldom told. We intend to be honest and as accurate as possible in our reporting. It's the least we can do for the hundreds of thousands of souls that were lost that day. So please join us on this journey of truth and periodically stop by our website. You can find us at www.myefilm.com. There you will find bi-weekly podcast reports, articles, videos, and photos. And God willing, by this time next year, we'll be featuring our film in a premiere somewhere in Port-au-Prince or here in the States. Thanks.